Hey everybody, it's Mr. N here, and we are going to do this next section on side congruence. We've talked about side already. We've talked about side angle side, so I'm just reminding you these. In the next section, that's the important one. I'm going to do them all. I'm going to summarize all of them. But we've talked about this one with when I've said that if you have three corresponding sides of one congruent to the three corresponding sides of the other, then the triangles are congruent. So in other words, AB would be congruent to DE here, and then AC and DF, and BC and EF. So the sides that correspond to each other are congruent. All three, then the two triangles would be congruent. We are going to learn other ones. We did learn already side, and then we're going to learn a bunch more in the next section. So we have side angle side. These are the two that we learned, and we're going to work with these a little bit more today. Couple things to note. Why doesn't angle work? Because I could make two triangles right here, just like this, where the angles themselves, the corresponding ones, are congruent, yet the two triangles are sized differently. Right? So this triangle is much bigger right here than that other one. So that's why side or angle doesn't work. Another one that doesn't work is side angle. Side angle side works, but side angle doesn't work. And here's why. Let me slide this up a little bit. If I have, suppose I have the circle just to help me draw this triangle, and the two triangles I'm going to look at are ABC and ABD, like that. Now these two triangles are completely different, and you can see that they're completely different. However, this angle is shared by both of them. So if I separate the two triangles out, you've got one triangle that looks like this, and you've got the other triangle that looks like this, where this angle that's shared on both of them is angle A, right? And then I've got this side here and that side right over there, and then they both have this same side to B. So these are two completely different sides that can be made with this same one triangle. That's why side angle does not work. Now, if you want to take a look at this link, they do a great job explaining that as well. And there you go. You can also do things with right triangles. So I'll cover right triangle one right now. You can have a hypotenuse and a leg. In the next section, we're going to learn even more right triangle ones. So the next section lesson is really important because I'm going to summarize all of them. But right here, for this one, you've got hypotenuse and a leg. So again, this is a situation where you do have this side angle, but in this case, this angle is fixed right here, and because it's 90 degrees, you don't have any other choice. So we will call this HL instead. We'll talk more about that when we do the next section. I'll get into a lot of good detail with that. Right now, let's do a few examples. I know I said additional examples, none, but I did add some for you so we could do them for this video. Taking a look at these, we have to state if the triangles are congruent. If so, state how you know. All right, over here, this is what I'm given. Well, this piece is obviously congruent to itself by reflexive. So these two triangles, 1 and 2, would be congruent by side angle side. On the next one, okay, this one is reflexive, right? Again, but look, on this triangle 1, I would end up with the side angle side. But on this second triangle, it's not. It's side angle, and these two cannot. So no, you can't state if those two are congruent. There is no way to show that. On this one, okay, yes, that's reflexive, side angle side, and it matches up, side angle side. So this one is yes by side angle side. This was yes up top. All right, taking a look here, I've got side angle side, I've got side angle, so no. Over here, this is reflexive to itself, so then I end up with side side. And finally, this one is reflexive to itself, so I end up with side side again. All right, let's do a couple. Taking a look at this next page, let's write down our statements, and we will have our reasons. And let's see what we could prove here. We are told that JK is congruent to LK, so let's write that on here. JK is congruent to LK. And we know JM is congruent to LM. All right, well, let's put in our givens. Step 1, JK congruent to LK, JM congruent to LM. This was given. All right, step 2, right away, look at what you could say. You should be able to see this piece right away. KM congruent to KM by the reflexive property. Okay, so that would yield that triangle KJM is congruent to triangle KLM, and this would be side-side-side congruence. All right, taking a look at this next one, I'm going to change this a bit because you don't know how to do it this way yet. That's for next section. So instead of that, I'm going to tell you that FG is congruent to FI. So we're going to do that as the given instead. So all our givens will be FH bisects angle GFI, and segment FG is congruent to segment FI. Okay, so this one and this one are congruent, and this is the angle bisector right here. This is the angle bisector. These will be our givens instead. All right, so the first step here, second step, after we write in the given, we know that FH will be congruent to FH. Always go with that reflexive step. Like I said, I've mentioned before, more often than not, it's going to help you prove the triangles are congruent. All right, so reflexive property. Okay, so then the third step, well, I pretty much know it. If I know that this bisects it, then I could say angle GFH is congruent to angle IFH by definition of angle bisector. So it cut it into two equal angles right in here. So now I'm pretty much done with the proof. I could say that triangle GFH is congruent to triangle IFH, and this is by side, angle, side. And I'm done. All right, that's it. So thanks for watching. Like I said, next section is a really important one. I'm going to cover them all. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.